Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. I hope y'all are having a lovely evening, and I'm here with the BunniestBunRena, who is going to show off for us a score run of Espgaluda II. I'm PippyInATopHat. I will be very confused. Rena, how's it going?
Oh, it's great. No nerves. None. Couldn't be. I'm actually doing quite well. I'm excited. This is actually the main game I play, so pressure high to do well. But, welcome. Welcome everyone to Espgaluda II. It's a wonderful time out here. We're gonna be scoring pretty high, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm fairly certain we will hit at least 1 trillion points. If we don't, then I've failed as a human being. So hopefully.
I feel like those are a little bit high of stakes. I think it might be
not
okay
really.
if you get a couple billion.
No, not. I mean,
It's still a big number.
nah. Like if I do all right, we should get 3 trillion. So getting at least 1 trillion shouldn't be too bad. All I have to do is not game over like stage 2, and I'll be fine. But yes, Espgaluda 2, sequel to Espgaluda 1, sequel to ESP all of which have made a name for themselves in the shmup community. It's this game actually isn't too terribly well liked because it's a little bullet canceling, but casually everyone loves it, me included. And it does hold a wonderful spot in the, I guess, Grand Caves scheme of things. And also the art is very pretty. I'm sorry we're not going to be seeing a lot of it. The screen's going to get very clogged up very quickly. But some terminology to get out of the way, because if we don't get it out of the way now, people are going to be confused for quite a bit of what I'm going to be saying. Kakusei, or Awakening. We can't go into what this is immediately, or I guess the like details, but the TLDR is Awakening is a mode you can go into when you have enough emeralds, and it slows down time, and you get gold when you kill enemies. Zeikakusei, or True Awakening, is another version of Awakening you can do if you have both emeralds and gold. It's like normal Awakening, but it just spawns way more bullets. We won't be using it a lot, but it will come up a few times, so it's worth mentioning. Kakusei Over is what happens when you try to enter Kakusei, but you don't have the emeralds. It speeds everything up, actually. We're going to be seeing that one a lot. We're going to be talking about it more. Emeralds are the green pickups. They allow me to go into Awakening. Gold are the gold pickups. They're golden and they're worth points. The shield is this game's bomb, basically. I can hold the trigger button and it'll like cause a shield around me, and I can let go, and there'll be a big laser. And I think that should be it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. It would be inoptimal if I did. I'm sure people are still going to be confused anyways, but I at least have to make an effort, you know? I think we're
I'm
ready
sure
to
there's
go.
also plenty of opportunity to clarify along the way.
Oh, I'm sure. We got 6 stages to go through, so we're going to be here for a little bit. I think we're ready to go, though. Just like want a countdown to start timer. I mean, we don't really need a timer, but
Now you give us a countdown and hit start when you're ready.
sure. Timer for formality, of course. So I guess 3, 2, 1, go. We're gonna be playing as Tateha. She's the highest scoring character in arrange mode. She's very good. And you'll notice something about this shmup immediately as we get started. If you have ever played a game like by the name of Ikaruga, this game might seem a tad familiar. You use your focus shot to take care of red bullets, and your not so focused shot to take care of blue bullets. You can use those different shots to cancel out. We're gonna go to True Awakening here for a little bit. You can see how many bullets spawn when we do. Oh wow, that's bullets. It's very lucrative though. And sorry, it's a little hard for me to explain in the beginning hours, just because it gets really intense right out the gate. It gets really rough right out the gate. Take a hit there. That's normal. That pattern's just nuts. Yes, we cancel bullets with our shot. So that's how we're going to be using to survive. And alongside that, we also get emeralds by canceling shots, which is also super important. Because we're going to... that's bad. We're fine. Actually, are we fine? Hold on, actually, that was a bad beef. Hold on. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. We're okay. I should not be talking so much in the beginning. But our emerald and gold count is going to matter very much so across this game. It's mostly for these boss fights here. What you are witnessing right now is Kakusei Over. We talked about it a little earlier. When you're in Kakusei Over, you can cancel all bullets. All of them. They're really good. The trade-off is that it takes away from your gold, and once you hit 0 gold, you can't even go into Kakusei Over anymore. So, we're going to be using Kakusei Over to cancel as many bullets as we can, and then we are going to do a refresh by then destroying the phase of the boss while we are in normal Kakusei mode, which cancels all the bullets into gold, which will get us right back to... it'll get us right back to... it'll get us right back to 1,000 gold and 0 emeralds, which is the sort of golden spot we want to be in at all points in time, because this means we can go right back into Kakusei Over and we get right back to canceling. So a lot of this game's difficulty comes from perfecting that and where to do it, how to do it, and all that good stuff. And thankfully, it makes boss fights a little easier to manage. It becomes a little less about dodging and a little more about just timing and all that good stuff. Though you do still have to do some level of dodging, because the game does spawn so many bullets that you can't cancel them fast enough at times. And alongside that, sometimes you have to do some emergency dodging to get yourself out of a sticky situation that you may have accidentally put yourself in. Which happens more than I would like to admit.
So,
there we go.
With this many bullets on screen, they are very pretty, by the way.
Yes. This game's the arrange mode's colors just like activate something primal in me. I don't know why, but they're so vibrant. Ugh. Now, we do a cancel at the end as well because of this bonus we're about to get. The amount of gold you collect throughout the stage is multiplied by how many gold you have at the end of the stage. So, whoo boy, that's a big point bonus. We're gonna be seeing a few of those. Hopefully. And if you thought Kakusei Over was only useful for bosses, Surprise is pretty great for stages as well, because it turns out they shoot a lot of bullets at you as well. Alongside that, there are a few more nuances we can go over with Kakusei Over. There are multiple levels of Kakusei Over. I think there's like 4. The higher the Kakusei Over level, the faster bullets travel, and the more of them that spawn, which is very, very good. Please, more bullets. I gotta focus up. Because this cancel actually sucks. This cancel sucks. Alright, we're fine. But the way you can tell what level we're on, at least in terms of like whether we're at level 4 or not, is the blue ring around my character. Once it stops moving, we have maxed out Kakusei over, and we are pretty much good to go. And it's a little more focus time, because we're back into Kakusei to spawn 1,000,000 bullets. And get, oh, look at those big beefy multipliers. Primal. I'm telling you, this game looks insane. Now we want to get back all of our gold, because it is, of course, still very important that we have 1,000 gold, 0 emeralds. That is kind of not great. Can we shoot more bullets? Thank you. Awesome. Perfect. We are where we need to be. Awesome. That's always the big stressors, coming in to any boss with the magic numbers. Since if you screw up the stage, you kind of screw up your route quite a bit. And before we get to the phase, there's actually a pretty interesting thing about this game. Of course, it's an older arcade game, so it doesn't run on the best hardware. I mean, of course, I'm running it on an Xbox 360, but it is a fully faithful port that recreates the original hardware. Ooh, I'm getting knocked at the door. Who's at the door? Come on in, I suppose. I'm doing a stream. It's pretty good. Oh my god. There we go.
I have a fun punchline to the knock-knock joke.
But as a result, things get really intense. And when they get intense enough, the game will crap out a little bit. And as you can see, just, oh, delicious 3 frames per second. But there are points in this game where so much is happening on screen that the rest of the game flickers out of existence. So it would be kind of cool if it happened. It'd be kind of neat. It usually happens right around now, basically. This next wave will happen. Nah, sad. Unfortunate. It's a crapshoot. It either happens or it doesn't. It's not a huge deal either way. It's just a neat little fact. Right? Come on.
How you know you're playing the game correctly if you're really pushing the hardware to its limits, right?
Yes. Okay, I can breathe again. That refresh is a little scary. You can see that we get a little spooky sometimes with these refreshes. It is very much all feels and no reels trying to time these refreshes. It's basically all instinct and praying and to whatever deity you believe in that it's going to work out, and just like, yeah, sure, fine. But there are a lot of phases too like this where we have to make efforts to intentionally not kill the phase, because as you can see, the phase does not have a lot of health. But we still want to cancel a lot of bullets. And both of those actions require a lot of shooting. So, I'm doing a little shotgunning here right now, just for a little bit, because I know it can get away with it, and because I know I'm in full Kakusei over, so I know I'm going to be spawning as many bullets as possible. I'm not wasting my shotgun, or wasting the boss's health. And focus time again. It's basically going to be focus time every time I have to do one of these refreshes. Alright, because the timing's really important when you do it, because you want to make sure you have a lot of bullets on screen. Not only just to like hit that 1,000 gold, but because the more bullets on screen, the more points you get. As you can see by the wonderful spirals of like hundreds that appear every time I do one. But you also want to make sure that you're doing it safe enough so that you don't get hit. Because oftentimes, when you're in Kakuse, you can't cancel any bullets. So you are just raw dodging it out there. And because the game expects you to be canceling at least half of the bullets on screen at most points in time, a lot of these patterns get borderline undodgeable. So you either time it right, or you pull some Neo Matrix, or you just die, which is really unfortunate, because that can lead to failing the refresh entirely and ending up with no gold, meaning you have to waste an entire phase trying to get back on track. Or it's just, because you die at the boss, you don't get one of these huge bonuses at the end, because it only counts the gold that you carried in that life. But, I think we can do a little bit of this here. I believe I actually haven't refreshed on my most modern route, but oh no, this looks right. We can do this, I'm pretty sure. This is lucrative, probably. I mean, we're canceling a lot of bullets, so it has to be lucrative, right? Oh, alright, I can breathe a little bit. I need some time to breathe. My brain's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. How are we doing, Pippi?
Doing pretty well. I believe you that it's lucrative. The entire screen seems to be full of money, so I think that might be lucrative. I do have a question for you, though. So is this, you said you took damage earlier. How much health do you have? How many of these tiny millions of bullets can you take before it's lights out?
Actually, funny story about that. Normally it's 5, but we get a lot of score extends. We get one every 100 million points. As you can see, we have 900 million points. So that's like 5 plus 9. One second. This boss is incredibly crucial because it spawns a lot of bullets. It's very lucrative, as we're going to see if I get this correctly. But if I fail this, I lose so many points. It's so depressing. Focus up time. Please? Yes, okay. Breathe moment. This phase right here, it spawns so many bullets. Look at all those. Oh, we're gonna be sitting here for a while. We can milk this for, like, until we hit, like, 50 gold. And the reason, we don't, like, just drop all the way back down to 0 is because the amount of gold you have actually determines how many emeralds you get from canceling bullets. So if we have 0, we just don't get any emeralds from bullets, at least in bosses, which is a darn shame. And it's basically how you lose the run at any point in time. If you go down to 0, it's real bad. Oof. And now I can just chill up here, enjoy the bullet, enjoy the death engine. Yo, who is it? Yeah, you can come on in if you want. I'm still doing the thing. Hi. Yep. They can come if they want. They can join the party. What's our estimate? I think it's like an hour. What are we at? What's our time? Oh, he left. Oh. That was my brother, by the way. Best brother in the world. Everyone give him some love.
Shoutouts to amazing siblings.
True. As you can see, we just
bullet bouquets.
As you can see, we can get down to like 50 here because just so many bullets. And we are going to come back down because we are just going to go right back into Kakuse over. Alright. It makes these portions a lot easier. Okay, cool. Alright, we're mad chillin'. I get a little sweaty every time I have to do a refresh, just because of how precise they are and them being very necessary. We're gonna be doing a lot of them throughout the run. If you thought the If you thought the panic would end anytime soon, I got bad news. I got bad news.
We have a question from the chat for you.
Yeah.
Honey Bunny Kagome would like to ask, what is a range mode?
A range mode is basically, 1 second. I stopped to talk for 5 seconds. But a range mode is basically a new scoring system that is slapped on top of the base game. It is like a more like experimental sort of scoring system that is integrated into the base game. So all this stuff is not in like base Espgaluda II. It's a range exclusive. Though if you are interested in base Espgaluda II, you can still absolutely slow down time and spawn a bunch of bullets. You just do it a little differently, and you actually use those mechanics a little more instead of sitting Kakusei over, because Kakusei over in in base Espgaluda II is like you go there once and then never again, because it just permanently increases the amount of bullets that spawn across the board. 1 second, it's focus up time again. There we go. Okay. Cool. But yeah, if you're interested in Espgaluda base game, that game's also very fantastic. And it's a little less chaotic than this game. There's like not nearly as many bullets. It's not this hectic. Arrange mode is very, very dense to compensate for the fact that you can cancel a lot of bullets just by shooting. So in turn, it is very, very... it's tuned up. And alongside that, it has a leveling thing. You can see at the top of the screen it says level 44. You gain a level every time you 1cc the game, and it maxes out at 99 times 99. So the max level is, to get to the max level, you need to 1cc the game at least 198 times. That's a lot. Okay. Okay, alright. Just need to breathe. Everything is fine. Everything's okay. And for this phase, we actually don't Kakusei overcheese it, because it's so short and it doesn't spawn enough bullets for it to be lucrative enough to be worth doing. So instead we just kill it normally. Presuming that I do in fact kill it normally, that's a stipulation. Alright, let's get as many bullets as we can on here.
We appreciate, while you're murdering her, that this boss is gorgeous. I love her flaming wings.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see a lot of flaming wings. You're gonna see a lot of them. They are a product of the story. It has to do with Espgaluda. We won't get into the story. My nerves are too high to talk about the story. And we're gonna go to Kakusei over here as well. I have basically integrated Kakusei over into every stage, essentially. I wish it happened a little earlier than this. Okay, we're fine now. Everything's okay. Okay, I can breathe a little bit. I'm always worried about my counts, because they are supremely important. But yes, the Espgaluda story is actually pretty good, as it is with most cave games. Because Cave just puts way too much effort in. I don't know why either. Nobody cares except for me. But let's see here. Yeah, so I realized I just never talked about why Tate is the highest scoring. Now that I've actually explained everything, it might actually make a little more sense. Tateya is a spread shot. The spread shot does not do as much damage as the other shot types. Well, it does not do as much as Ageha, who is like the forward-facing, like no-nonsense laser, like move-fast shot type. Tatea moves slower and has a wider shot and doesn't do as much damage. But that is fantastic for canceling bullets. For Ageha, the worst character, I think I'm fine saying. For him, he has the problem that his shot does way too much damage, so he kills bosses incredibly easy while he's trying to cancel bullets, which is a big issue. Okay. I just realized I was not paying attention to my counts, and all hell broke loose because of it. We are taking a hit here. Oh, never mind. I was saved by an irrelevant enemy.
Shoutouts to that enemy.
Yeah, what a
Really
Chad.
Our weight.
Alright. Okay, I can breathe again. We're back on track. That was actually probably very lucrative. That was actually probably pretty good. And we're actually gonna chill. This sucks. We are gonna take a hit here. Let's see if I can get down in time. Okay, we're fine. I can breathe. Okay. That's what happens when you fail a refresh. You have to do some wild gymnastics to get back on track, because if you're not following the route, you are getting absolutely blasted. Thankfully, there's a little leniency here. But yes, Ageha has a problem of killing bosses way too quickly with his shot type, and killing bosses way too quickly, just everything too quickly. He's too good at the game, which is a huge issue, since we kind of want to suck a little bit. Yeah, it is advantageous to take hits. It's a lot better than the alternatives. But the other playable character, I forget her name right now, but she has a separate issue. Her problem is that her awakening is way too good. She has the worst, like, base shot type in the game, but to compensate, the developers, okay. The developers made her awakening shot ridiculously good. So while she performs really well in stages, she absolutely slaughters bosses. So you can do okay with her, but she kills bosses even quicker than Ageha, which is an issue. Tatea, though, is, just doesn't do a lot of damage all around. She has the weakest awakening in the game, which makes it very good for canceling bullets, of course. And her overall shot type, while not the weakest, is still, like, not super great. It's still, like, it still doesn't do, like, a crazy amount of damage like Ageha's. So it's, you get a nice balance of still doing well on stages, even if you, you know, even if you're not doing the very worst you can. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Hold on. Okay. I think I got this down. Forgive me, I have a bit of PTSD because I failed this refresh on the last marathon I performed at, and it was really bad. There we go. Alright. We're good. Everything's fine. We're okay. Oh lordy. In fact, I think I'm gonna stop talking for the rest of this boss because it's kind of precise, this next one. Pippi, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling lost in a sea of bullets and also confused as to why that tank just kind of had a mech transformation combination sequence happen in front of me. But I'm just enjoying watching numbers duplicate themselves until they become meaningless patterns, which, you know what, speedrunners can't count, so it's might as well be what happens to numbers. with this many bullets spawning on screen, I could imagine it would be pretty easy to just lose track of one or two and have everything go absolutely to hell in a handbasket.
Oh,
pretty quickly.
You mean most of my runs? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot. And is why I only have 44. Or I guess, yeah, it's the reason why I only have 44 1cc's on this game and not anymore, because that happens quite a bit, actually.
I think 44 is more than the rest of us here can boast, so.
Well, yeah, but you also probably don't own the game because it's been incredibly hard to get your hands on for a while. I'm running this on an Xbox, so this game cost me like $130 because it was a very limited print. Though, if you are interested in this game, I believe it has a port on the Switch that happened recently, which is great, and it's not $130. I think it's just $30, or maybe even less, so, you know.
Sounds like a great move for accessibility.
Yeah, not having to only port your game beyond the Xbox 360. It's even worse for the other games, because they, Ooh. That was a dumb dodge I just did there. That was not reasonable. I shouldn't have done that, but, you know, we take those.
We also have another question for you from chat. What does 1cc mean?
1 credit clear. You only use 1 credit. No continues, basically.
Oh, I see. So, as if this were an arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
And not an Xbox in your house.
Yeah, I mean, Espgaluda is an arcade game. It's where it debuted, Lady Arcader. But, yeah, basically that. A lot of shmup terminology revolves around, like, arcades. Since the scene is mostly active in Japan, and they actually still have arcades. They're infinitely cooler than we are. They actually do this stuff at arcades. Their whole, like, method of, like, keeping track of leaderboards is actually super interesting. You have to do it at a real arcade, and then have, like, the attendant there, like, mark down the score for you and upload it for you. It's super cool and interesting. They actually have, like, a real arcade culture there. It's nice. But, so a lot of the terminology in shmups usually revolves around the idea that you are playing an arcade, because, for the most part, the majority of the player base is still playing in an arcade. Which we love to see. Okay. We have an upcoming refresh here that's a little scary on this next boss. Just a little bit. This is where, this is the point in the game where some refreshes start becoming, like, a bit of an issue, because the game spawns so many bullets that, we just don't have the time to, like, deal with them. So, you do something I like to call a shield refresh, where you use, the shield, which cancels all the bullets on screen, to temporarily give yourself, like, some breathing room on the screen. Just give yourself, like, some time to, like, look away from the bullets, which gives you time to actually, like, comprehend what the pattern's doing, and all that good stuff. Okay, 980. That's not 1,000, but it's only 20 off, so it'll work. Ish. This is why I need to stop commentating and start paying attention to my values. But yeah, this is Cesary. Fan favorite. Cesary's back, even though she's died like 3 times. She's back. And
this is a video game. Death's not real.
Yeah. She's cool, actually. I like Cesary too. I don't mind her coming back. Because we are on the 5th stage, she is definitely the second hardest boss. She's our first shield refresh that we really need to do. And the shield refresh is actually pretty important, because if we don't hit it, not only do we lose all the gold that we picked up throughout this entire boss fight, but we lose the bonus as well, because it's on the final pattern. As if it wasn't nerve-wracking enough, you have to do the hardest refresh on the final pattern of the boss, which is just great. Super awesome. Love to see it. This boss is also bulky enough that we have to legitimately, we have to worry about, here's the deal. This boss spawns enough bullets that, we have to legitimately worry about actually managing to kill the boss in time, because as you can see, as has been the case for the entire run, our gold is counting down when we're Kakase over. When it hits 0, we're taken out, which is bad. That's really bad, of course. But which means we do actually have to kill the boss at some point. Tatsiri is like bulky enough that even shotgunning like this super hard, we will only barely manage to do it. Just because she spawns so many bullets that protects her. That sucks. Well, there goes all the gold anyways. That's cool. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding? Well, alright. The boss is beefed. It's official. Oh well. That's fine.
That dodging was super impressive. Whether or not it was exactly what you were hoping for,
it was not.
Beautiful.
That was in fact terrible. We just lost all of the points we made that stage.
Oh no!
Basically, not entirely. We lost all the points that we gained during the boss, basically. And kind of. It was really bad, but it's normal for me to crap out. That's a huge run killer, for the most part. It's not abnormal to see me completely just beef that, because it's such a hard series of refreshes, just back to back in a row. It's probably the hardest boss fight in the game to get the refreshes going on, just because they're all so dummy precise. We're at final stage though, and while this boss is... Oh, by the way, you can see the original Espgaluda on the screen down there. Very cute. But while this boss, while the refreshes aren't as hard, they are most important. Not like scoring important, like, oh, I just really want a high score. I mean, if we miss these refreshes, the run's probably over. We will actually lose all, like, I don't know, how many lives have we gained up until this point? 35? Yeah, we will probably lose all 35 additional lives. I wish I was kidding. It has happened to me multiple times. It is an absolute heartbreak every single time. So hitting these refreshes, pretty important. Even though they're not that hard. Though we do have one more shield refresh to do. We do have one more shield refresh. Which, thankfully, isn't as, it isn't as important, but it is still important. Because it determines, it's another final attack kind of deal. So, it will be determining our end of stage bonus, which is unfortunate, but the reality of the situation.
So chat is wondering, how many bosses are there? Is there one for each stage?
Yeah, there's usually a boss and a mini-boss. This time we get two mini-bosses because it's the final stage, and they're rehashes of older mini-bosses. But yeah, it's just this, then we have a corridor to go through, and then it's final boss, and then it's true final boss. Begging and pleading out here. Begging and pleading that we take it all the way. That would be kind of cool. My score is looking pretty spicy so far. Well, it's not my best run because of the way that that leveling works in arrange mode. Even if my performance is a little less good as my last PB, there's a chance we still beat the high score because the game is just spawning more bullets for me to cancel on the all in all. This boss needs to go away, actually. I thought you would be running away by now, but okay, thank God. Thank the Lord. It was getting real sketchy.
Just had to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I guess so. And now we have the part where we kill so many people. So many people. You can hear their screams. Now, it is still important that we do get a lot of gold from this, because, of course, we need the gold, we need to be at 1,000. So a little bit of focus mode. That's not 1,000, silly. That's really bad. So, we got some catching up to do. How am I gonna do this? It's time for some on-the-fly routing. Just hoping it goes well. Let's see. What should I kill this thing? I'm gonna have to shotgun it for a little bit here, because I don't have that much. I don't have much leeway. This phase will not be as lucrative as it normally is, but that's fine. I like keeping the run. I think that's a little more important. Can we do it here? Oh, well, we'll find out. We can do it there. Alright, we're back on track, boys. Not all hope is lost. We have recovered from poor planning and poor gameplay. Yahoo!
We are all allowed to breathe again.
The run is not dead! We love to see it. Now this refresh I do need to not beef though. We've come into the important refresh zone. So begging and pleading, please, for the love of all that is holy, I would like this refresh. Pretty please, with the cherry on top. We're fine. Ish. We're fine. Everything's okay. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. This is okay. Everything is just fine. Nothing has gone wrong. We're okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to shotgun a little more than I usually do, since I'm coming in with only 900 gold, so it's gonna be a little tighter.
So if I'm understanding the story correctly, this boss is a magical hug?
Yes.
That turned into a cool winged angel thing?
Well, yeah, you see they're harnessing the power of the emeralds to become an Espgaluda like project, like esque being, and with the spirit engine, which they just recovered, which is why we have to go beat these guys up, because they're attempting another, like, a world takeover now that they have the secrets to the power of Espgaluda. And I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit, because here's a refresh. Please, pretty please, cherry on top. Thank God.
I'm so sure that taking over the world is really a bad thing. Is it the power of the emeralds, or is it the power of love?
It's the power of the emeralds.
Oh, okay.
It's the power of the emeralds. They're currently
well, then
only
I
being...
guess stop their plans, please.
They're only being kept alive by the emeralds. That's... okay. Alright. We're chilling. Being chilling. I'm crying on the inside. This is the gun. This is such a nightmare. What's going on? Oh gosh, I've never been that good at this phase. It's bad. Here's the last refresh that could end our run if we fail it. So we can breathe after this one. Hopefully. I would like to breathe after this one. Polite request, actually. Yeah. Okay. We're chilling, and I can't talk. This final phase is dumb. It's dumb. I'll just let you watch the presumably successful shield refresh if I am good, and we'll just see what happens. Kill is gonna be timed though, so get hyped for that.
You also get to enjoy, honestly, a beautiful pattern.
Oh yeah, this pattern's gorgeous. If only I wasn't canceling every bullet.
I kind of love it though. We have this sort of rain effect and these little starbursts, and then just it only gets halfway down the stream before it gets absolutely myrtleated by your own reign of terror.
Alright, pray. Come on, stay. Well, we tried, boys. We gave it our all. Let's see. Are we still gonna be okay? We're still gonna be okay. Alright. We lost our big bonus, but... I made it! We're fine. Now we just need to see the score. See what happens.
Is that time?
Yep, that's the end of the game. Here's the ending cutscene. I think we saved some children or something. I don't know.
We stopped the evil hugs with the good hugs, right?
Sure. I think that's new high score.
Laps.
We'll find out here. Hopefully. Pray, please. That would be kind of cool. Kind of be cool. New PB on stream. Yep, that's new PB. 4.4 trillion. Let's go. I will not save that replay, actually. Alright. Okay, I can breathe. Okay, alright, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Cool high score. Shout out to the Shmup community in the Shmup Discord. They're wonderful people. Go check them out if you so desire. Of course, shout out to my good friend Kiwi, who got me a little tuned in to the more scoring side of the Shmup community and got me hooked on this game a little bit. He's the world record holder for Mushi Arrange, actually. So he's also a real world actual plane pilot. So he's infinitely cooler than I am. So please go give him some love. I'd like to give a shout out to my real life friends who are waiting to say hello to me right now. They're coming over, and they've been waiting very patiently for me to stop playing video games and actually hang out with some real people. God bless them for the patience of a saint. And shout out to my co-host for putting up with me and putting up with the game and all that good stuff. And last but not least, shout out to my Bandcamp. Please go check me out. I just released a single, please. It would make me very happy. We're good. We're good. No more shout outs. I need to breathe. I can't talk anymore.
Thank you so much for sharing this game with us and for sharing an amazing PB with us. Love to see it. and also for all your amazing shout-outs. So I guess if people want to hear more from you, they can check you out on Bandcamp and listen to your
Yeah,
singles.
you can absolutely check out my Bandcamp over at Bodacially Camp. I make chiptune worth considering.
Wonderful.
Oh, I suddenly got the vigor to talk again. I don't know, something. I don't know.
The excitement of PB, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. If there is anything else you'd like to share, feel free to. But to all of our amazing viewers out there who just got to share in this wonderful run, this has been Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. This is an event that is run by the Lady Arcaders group throughout the year. And if you have an awesome video game related talent that you would like to show off, please feel free to submit and you could be presenting on a future Attract Mode. That can be my neck of the woods. You can come to the speed community, show off your Animal Crossing town, show off art, painting, baking, video game dev skills, anything you want. So you can go to ladyarcaders.com and learn more about Attract Mode and more about Lady Arcaders and how you can get involved. Do you recommend your experience, Rena?
My experience, no. Everyone else should
No.
be fine, though.
This is a live feedback questionnaire now.
5.
Oh, okay. I don't know how many that was out of, so I'm gonna assume it was out of 6.
It was out of 4, unfortunately.
Oh, wow! That's a good score.
No, it's not. It falls out of boundaries and loops back to 1, silly.
Oh.
No, it's been great. No, it's been great. I'll be back here next month to inevitably end up in that highlight as well. Who knows? I'm sure there's another shmup I can scrounge together to play.
We'd love to see it. And if you would like to see more Attract Mode, it'll be back next Thursday at 9 p.m. right here on the Lady Arcaders Twitch channel. Thank you so much for joining with us here tonight. I've been PippyInATopHat. Thank you, Lady Arcaders, so much for letting me host, and thank you, Rena, for sharing this game with me, and beautiful patterns and a lot of stress.
Lots of stress. I'm glad you enjoyed the stress, as I tend to do.
Thank you again, everyone, so much, and have a wonderful night.